UNIX history. UNIX was originated in MIT, Bell Labs, and General Electric. MIT means Massachusetts Institute of Technology. It was developed by a group of developers, which was previously called Multics. So Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie modified it in large part, naming it as UNIX. Later it was modified by Ken Thompson and Dennis Ritchie, and they named it as UNIX. Over the years, several organizations modified it accordingly to their needs. So as it evolved over the years, it was heavily modified by the companies like IBM, AT&T, Bell Labs, Xerox, Apple. They all forked the base version of Unix and modified and added their own piece of software to it. So it has evolved a lot. So major breakthrough was when Linux was developed by Danish computer engineer Linus Torvalds. So Linus Torvalds, a Danish computer engineer, modified Unix operating system and named it as Linux. So which is a major breakthrough in Unix operating system. Now in the tech industry or research institutions, Linux is highly used when compared to other operating systems because it has an open source and is freely available to use. So here is a family of operating system, Unix family of operating system. So Unix, which is a very base version. So AIX, Advanced Interactive Executive, it's called AIX. It's called Advanced Interactive Executive by IBM. Solaris, which was developed by Sun Microsystems in the year somewhere around 93-94. So Linux was developed by Linus Torvalds. So he named it as Linux, which is majorly used nowadays. So HP Unix. So Hewlett Packard companies their own version of operating system, Unix based operating system is HP UX. So FreeBSD is other type of Unix based operating system. So in Linux there are other flavors of operating system called Red Hat, which is developed by the company called Red Hat, CentOS, Debian, Fedora. So again Red Hat and again Fedora is also developed by Red Hat. So Ubuntu and Ubuntu, CentOS and Red Hat are a very popular operating Linux based operating system. So Unix is the base of all these Unix based operating systems. So your basic command line utilities, graphical user components works on all the operating systems, like your like the command line interface, user interface utilities like bash, some date command, time command, all works in all the flavors of the operating system. So we will basically look into Linux, especially Ubuntu flavor. So don't worry. So whatever you learn in this course, the bash commands and the bash utilities or the command line utilities works on almost all of the operating systems, Unix based operating systems.